kind of look things over again off how do you feel looking back at what they did?
Well, we didn't do as bad a job defensively. A few bad things cutout wise, and I just felt like after we got the lead, we got very stagnant offensively and didn't have maybe the same energy. I don't know if once we got ahead, we seemed to change how we moved. So that's what we talked to our guys about. I think they understood it. I think they know what they did wrong, and yet, still Rutgers played pretty good.
So only one shot with Michigan this year. I mean, I guess just looking forward to how big this game is this Saturday.
Well, it is big. This is what rivalry games are all about. They're playing well right now, and I mean, in general, we're playing pretty well. And it's not a great rivalry unless two teams are really good. And they've done a good job getting a lot of play out of a lot of different guys, shooting a lot of threes again, and so our defense will be challenged a little bit, but I'm looking forward to that. Last night, as I said, our defense wasn't bad. We didn't finish some plays with rebounding, and that's what we got to do. Yes.
Your core guys, obviously sophomores this year going in. I mean, how much of a difference do you expect that to make versus freshmen last year's matchups?
Well, I think it'll make a lot of difference. Freshmen or sophomores, but we still got JJ and X that are freshmen. They're playing a couple freshmen, but the one thing I did think about in the last game and a little concerning for me is, some of these teams that have been more solid have more juniors and seniors in leadership. So we really harped on that today, that our young guys, Cash has got to start leading more now. And so our young guys will be ready to play, but, that is one of the keys for them. Rockman is playing really well right now for them, and he's played a lot of basketball in the last 4 years.
In those one-play years, is it more intense with this rivalry?
I don't think it's ever more intense, one play or two play, to be honest with you. I mean, it's the rivalry that's everybody's grown up with. So I don't think it's more. I think it's going to be good that we're going to the two. I think John agrees, everybody agrees. Playing your rival twice is what everybody wants. Players want it, coaches want it, fans want it, media wants it. So that's one of those things that I give the Big Ten office credit for next year. As far as this year goes, I don't think it's going to make any difference. We got to go play our game. We got to defend our home court.
Is it more intense when there's some sweat equity in it, when you've been beaten badly one play? I mean, for guys, who've been around.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, that happened to them the year before.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't know. It happened to them the year before. We came here and beat them. Then they went there and beat us. But our guys aren't feeling great about what happened down there last year. But we're not living in last year anymore. I did that enough early in my career. We're living in the moment. In the moment right now, we're 16-2. And it's an important conference game for our chances to be on top of the conference.
You guys haven't been, actually this last night too, but games like that at all this year. When you look at how they handled the last 4 minutes when it was possession by possession basketball, what do you see?
Well, I thought we did a better job of that. We had one turnover that was really bad that led to an easy bucket, and I don't know how I'd evaluate those threes because that was a big part of the game. One guy never shot one all year, and Kenny said, he hadn't shot one, and so really it was a good teaching moment to say, you're right, and normally that's the way we played it. The other kid was 3 for 20 or something. That's the way we would play it. But when it gets down to the last 5 minutes, like you just said, so I think that was a coaching error on our part and making guys realize that, no, when it's down to the nitty-gritty like that, we've got to guard everybody. So other than that, Cassius was unbelievable at the line. Nick did a pretty good job at the line. I was disappointed that Josh missed 2 because those were 2 big ones, and he's one of our best free throw shooters. But I thought we executed some things pretty well, and I thought we got to the free throw line, and that was one of our objectives.
Do you feel like Cassius was more on time with some of these passes, entry and in transition here and there?
Yeah, Cassius, I thought, played pretty well. We need our point guard to play well, and he didn't shoot it as well as he's been shooting it, but that doesn't worry me because he's been shooting the ball really well.
Kenny played a lot of crunch time minutes. Was that all Jaren being in foul trouble and fatigued, or some of that Kenny's been there before?
A little bit of both, the foul trouble and fatigue. And that's one thing we're finding out on Jaren. You know, it's just interesting the way he's really playing well. He's doing some good things, but you look at the beginning of the game compared to the end of the game. So might be some subbing we do a little different with him, just to keep him fresher. Because once he gets tired, is usually when he gets 2 quick fouls. It's unbelievable. It definitely happens.
Have you been noticing that before, or is that kind of more Big Ten?
No, I haven't been noticing it before, but when you're winning by 30, you don't notice those things, and that's one of the negatives of what happened with our schedule.
How about Nick going 34 minutes? I mean, that's obviously more than normal, but you didn't
Did
see
I
any
expect
drop
that?
off from him?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought Nick played, he was as consistent on his ball screen defense. A couple times he slacked in the second half, but as consistent as he's ever been since he's been here. No, as consistent as he's ever been since he's been on the planet. And I was really proud of him for that. I mean, I thought he did a damn good job. I said after in the locker room that I thought Nick was, my 5-star guy in that game.
When you, I don't know if you've heard about the kid you're ruling at all. Did you hear anything about it today? I guess, I think what I understand, he's been ruling eligible. They upheld it.
Still,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll fight it. They should. I don't. I'm mind-boggled a little bit, if I was to be honest with you. I understand the rule, but I also understand what went on there and what goes on at a lot of schools. And I just, some of the terminology I did not completely understand. But I'll just reserve my comments and hope that saner minds do what's right on a kid. That good student, good kid. But you know what? If that's not the case, not changing my mind on him, it's just changing my mind on how we do business.
Miles didn't get much. Didn't get a ton of shots early in that first half. What did you sense him getting frustrated with something they were doing? I mean, what do you
No,
think get more
a lot more out of him, and he was told that at halftime, and he sat the last 5-6 minutes with foul trouble, but I think he's passing up some things early, and then I don't think we're doing a good enough job getting it to him either. So we worked on some things today. We're going to try to get him the ball in different ways, but he's got to do his part too. So I told you he needs to be a little more. Got to figure out a right word that says the same word that I'm thinking. He's just got to be a little more aggressive.
Well, one of the things I did notice is that, when he would get sealed off, in the Ohio State game, he would just go back out the tree. It looked like he was attacking it the second time a little more.
Well, in the second half, I thought he did definitely, and we told him he's got to, and he made some big plays, and he made some good shots, and he was just more aggressive. It's not that he can't be aggressive; it's just that he's like I said, too kind. I mean, and too reserved on that. And I think you can be too much. I had to tell him that being a good teammate means that you help the team win. And since you're the best player, you need to help this team win by being a little more aggressive.
Is part of that he is a better passer and ball handler?
He has gotten better with his passing now. That is definitely it. But that's cool, and I'm appreciative of that. He's showing that skill, but he can take that to the church league 50 years from now. Right now, I need him to score a little bit more.
Well, he got the ball in his hands on that last play in regulation, too, and when he didn't look to pass.
Right. I think Miles understands what he's got to do. It's just, as I said, it's one of those things that selfishness is not in his nature, but at the same time, aggressiveness needs to be in his nature if he's going to be the best he can be.
Tom, the missed shot used to be